Hi, hello, and welcome to Capricorn Venus Tarot. This is Capricorn Venus. So, today we're going to see why are your spirit guides, your spirit team, your ancestors, why are they proud of you? So, we've got 4 piles. Pile number 1 with the Celestine, pile number 2 with the Pineapple Calcite, pile number 3 with the Rose Quartz, and pile number 4 with my new adventuring here. So, go ahead and pick your pile, and I will see you guys in there. Okay, pile number 1 with the Celestine. So, already pile number 1 with the Celestine. I feel like your spirit guides are really proud of you because you're really reaching for the stars. I feel like you're somebody who is really working on dreaming bigger and expecting more from yourself and seeing yourself in a higher light. And they're really proud of you for this. Okay. Aw, 10 of Cups. Yeah, I just feel like you are also practicing being grateful for things in your life. And this might be something that is kind of new to you and they know it's kind of hard. Maybe you feel like a little embarrassed for admitting that you have things that are good, you know, but you've been working on that and they're really proud of that. They see that progress and they definitely just want to encourage you and say that you're doing really well. Yeah, they see you becoming more confident. They see you seeing yourself in more of a correct light as a star, you know, somebody who just shines really bright and somebody who has a lot going for them, basically. Okay. Yeah, they've noticed that you've enhanced your intuition and you've done this by kind of like calming your nervous system. So they're really proud of that as well. Let's keep going. Why is pile number 1's spirit team proud of them right now? You're learning how to, or you've learned how to better communicate. I'm seeing that they think you've become much more of an open communicator and they're really proud of this. They like how you've been talking. I heard also talking to yourself and kind of thinking things through in a more calm, peaceful kind of way, not letting yourself get too riled up. And really staying in an even headspace, even as you're kind of opening your mind up and opening your heart up in a more safe way. Okay. Yeah, they've noticed how, think about where you were a year ago. They're saying that there was a time where you felt really lost, and now you don't have that same kind of lost, wandering feeling at all. I feel like they're saying they're very proud of you for setting a much more stable foundation for yourself, and they really see this from you. Okay, but it's emotionally stable place, basically. Okay. Yeah, they're saying they've seen your progress with calming your anxiety and believing in something good, they see you becoming more optimistic about your future and about things in general, and trying to take the good and leave the bad, and they're really proud of you for this. Yeah, they're saying you've been sleeping more, you've been meditating more, or you've been doing more walking, and this has really helped that whole progress, okay? Yeah, you're not taking it so hard. I feel like you have a lot more mental strength than you did last year, pile 1, and that's what they're saying is they're very proud of this mental strength. Yes, the world is hard, and what you've been through is hard, and learning things, sometimes you just want to stay dumb, right? You want to feel like ignorance is bliss, but they're proud of you for not doing that, for not sticking your head in the sand, and for just waking up to the things that you needed to know and taking it on the chin, so to speak. They really see this strength and, the emotional and mental strength it took to kind of carry these burdens of what basically. Okay. What else? Love grows love. Yeah, you've been doing a lot better about, focusing on the positive, because that can build up more of what the positive is, yes, definitely something about you resting more, you sleeping more. Maybe you're not staying up till 5 a.m. on TikTok anymore, or maybe you're not, you know, reading just one more chapter when you know you really need some sleep to feel good tomorrow. I mean, I love reading, but yeah. So there's something about that they're proud of you getting more sleep and you knowing that you are, you know, a creature that needs rest, and like treating yourself as such, treating yourself much better. I feel like they're saying you're treating yourself a lot better. You're looking at yourself like you do other people, you know, turning some of that love inward. Yeah, I'm just seeing like less overthinking and giving yourself space to just not think at all, you know, and to just have like those long walks or the meditating, like I was saying, like giving yourself that space to not be thinking 24/7. Like you don't have to solve all the world's problems, but you can actually achieve a lot more than you thought. So it's, yes, there's less of a scope of what's your responsibility, but I think you've seen how that actually opens up a world of possibilities for you, and that opens a door, not closes one. So they're very proud of that. Yeah, you've done a really good job of learning to control your anger and staying calm in heated moments. Maybe you were, you know, kind of a crash out person, or you struggled to, you know, be strategic even when you got heated. So they're saying they see how you've improved that. You know, we love the passion, but you've directed it better. And instead of, you know, blowing up on someone who's not listening anyway, you refocus in, you calm yourself, and then you direct that, you know, high intensity energy more into something in your life, like exercise, or like an artistic practice, or, you know, just working through it on your own. They even like when something like pisses you off, you just taking a nap, and then when you wake up, you're fine. They thought that was a good thing that you did. Yeah, and just enjoying peaceful times. I think this pile is all about how all the ways you've kind of encouraged peace in your life, and how much they like that. So, okay. They also see you being more loving and having more to give, because you're not in this like bitterness place, because you've healed that part of you that was still trying to impress certain people, you know? That's what they're saying, is like you've let go of that part of you that was still trying to impress certain people, and that's actually made you able to give more love to the people that actually matter in your life and actually have been there for you. Okay, what else? Why is pile number 1's spirit guides, ancestors, part of them? Yeah, you saw where you fucked up. That's what it is. It's like you corrected something. They're saying, you know, round of applause. You have actually corrected some sort of habit, and you have turned the page on that. And that is in the past now. That way of being, or that problem that you were trying to fix, that is in the past now. And you've also directed yourself towards a path, and you're walking down it now, instead of feeling so lost and, you know, untethered. Now you have a tether, which is you, and you're a lot more solid in your spot, for sure. Okay. Yeah, you made those tiny corrections, which have led you in a much better direction, basically. You're much more careful with your words, and you're much more specific with what you put out there. They like this, like, more critical, kind of, like, sparser approach in a way, okay? They just see the way you're editing is really good, because it's getting your point across better, okay? Knight of Cups. And also, like, they're seeing how all of this peace and kind of soothing your anxiety and growing in these ways is actually allowing you to reach out more to people, and is actually allowing you to be even more social. So it's not the negative that you thought, you know. You don't need that many friends to be very active, you know. That's kind of what they're saying. And they're saying they like this approach that you have now. You untrapped yourself. You saw the ways in which you were, yeah, it's like you got rid of your excuses, you know, and they really see that from you, and they're really proud of you. They've been watching you and, you know, guiding you and everything, but now they don't have to guide you from yourself, if that makes sense. Like they're saying they're really proud of you because no longer when they're planning do they have to think about, you know, the roadblocks you might put in the way. So that's a really, really, really positive thing, Pile 1. Now the only things in your way are outside of yourself. And that's a really good place to be. Like you corrected a lot of things within your own heart and mind, to the point where things are going to start happening a lot faster for you. And the doors and windows and everything has opened up in terms of where you can go next. It's almost like they're saying like the percentages of your day is much better. We talked about this in several other videos, so I don't know. But I think they want to give you a pat on the back for kind of maintaining a higher frequency and not letting yourself slip into bad mental habits. Like, you know, I think an example they're giving is like not hating on your old high school rival anymore, you know, or like, not checking the Facebooks of people that are irrelevant to your life and that sort of stuff. Like just leaving that out and just having most of your time spent in a much like higher frequency way, you know, like serving the ultimate purpose of where the direction you want your life to go. They're seeing you really change that direction and you focus a lot more of your attention on yourself, and that's what they're really proud of. So that is what I'm getting for you. Let's end this off with some music videos. Okay. Why is pile number 1's spirit team proud of them? This one. Yeah, it's like maybe you're taking drives and, you know, decompressing, and maybe you're hanging out with just a few friends, but for longer periods of time, or getting more active, going around in the city, getting out of the house. Both of these are like getting out of the house as well. You know, re-examining yourself from a more kind eye. This is funny because Celestine is like Gemini and Princess Nokia is a Gemini. But yeah, invoking that more creative Gemini kind of energy where you're up for anything new and you're open to new experiences because you're not so focused on the past. It's like nothing against Scorpios, but just think, again, all astrology is very symbolic and archetypal, so that's how I'm using it here. But you've let go of this Scorpio energy of holding a grudge. Like you really let go. And even if you are a Scorpio, I'm just feeling like you have gotten better about not holding grudges so hard to the point where it's limiting your progress, you know, and, you know, holding that line of not just forgiving someone, but also like not really needing to constantly remember what happened or think about the problem. Just really leaving it in the past. Okay. And that's just letting, you know, people who are actually meant to be in your life and actually meant to be someone important to you and who want to love you. And that's letting them closer in. Yeah, opening up to more as well. Opening up to your creativity, also to just the idea of bigger concepts like friendship and love and, you know, peace and, you know, being joyful, letting in other kind of adjectives into your life instead of like just about revenge or love or dramatic kind of things. Like also investing time in other things. And it's like, it's not like getting rid of all of that completely, but they like the balance that you've struck. And it's actually like they're saying it's opening a lot more doors up for you. So they just want to encourage that. They really like how you're getting out of the house and how you're getting more involved in the people close to you's lives. And also supporting yourself first and foremost, and creating your own life as if you're, you know, Sims character, or, you know, like really controlling your life. They call it like the seat of, what is the seat of the self? And that's like the you that's above your thoughts, watching and directing the play. And they're really proud of the increased capacity of that director version of you, where you're deciding what your thoughts are going to be that day. You're deciding where your energy is going to be spent, and you're directing things more. Yeah, and that allows them to bring more people into your life that are going to be there for the long haul because you're a more stable person, you know? Like, it's a good thing to be somebody who's reliable and emotionally solid And then you guys can focus on the, you know, fun of life and actually going out there and doing things. Yeah, more friends. And if you've got more friends, that's what they're proud of. But then if you feel like that area is still lacking in your life, they're saying like, because of this, you're going to be getting more friends. Yeah, really letting go of anybody negative and truly letting it go, you know, mentally too, not playing it out anymore in your mind. Killing off the old you, because again, with this Gemini energy, it's like not being afraid of kind of letting go of pieces that you thought were essential parts of your personality. Maybe you were a person who was like, oh, I love to drink, I'm always going to drink. And then, you know, maybe you just let that go. And that could be one thing. And then it also could be, oh, you know, I always said I was like such a girly girl, but kind of embracing your tomboy side, or vice versa. I'm really seeing that, like letting go of something that you thought was part of your personality to make way for a more complex, layered you that is way more you. And yeah, really letting that go. Living like no one's watching, which is kind of like, you know, yeah, but basically you're living like no one's watching, and you're going full out. You're giving your full effort. Yeah, giving your full effort. They're really proud of that. So I'm going to leave these down below. Thank you very much, Pal 1. And I will see you next time. Oh, here, and go ghost. Relying on yourself more. Like I said, invest that time in yourself. Like that's what they're saying, is like they really like that you've been doing that already, and keep going with that. So yeah, I'll leave these down below. Okay. Pile number 2. I really feel like creativity is a big one for you. They like the more, so if you've been doodling more, or sketching more, or drawing more, or like, I don't know, there's something about maybe decorating your house more. They really like that. They're proud of that. That has increased your quality of life, if you haven't noticed already. Okay. Page of Swords. They're saying they're also proud of how you've been using your words as weapons. So, yeah, maybe you stood up for someone recently. They're very proud of that. They're just proud of how you've been standing up for people in general, including yourself. And you've been standing up for yourself more. But it's also like the creativity. Like they're also proud of like, I'm almost getting like sick burn, dude. You know, like I feel like your spirit guides have been laughing, like kicking it back, watching you tear people apart, or like watching you really go in on somebody, or like, they've been cutting it up. They've been laughing at some of the funny things that you've said recently. So I feel like you've been sharing more of your thoughts, and you're really funny, and like you really know what you're talking about, and your precision in your words is really something that they're very much enjoying, and they're proud of. They're proud of, yeah, you're like honing your verbal skills, and they're very proud of that. Okay. I'm gonna roll the dice for you. What is pile number 2's spirit guide / ancestors proud of them for? Like, I think they're also proud that you're more enthusiastic. Like there might have been a time where you kind of were sitting back and you were like, okay, I'm just gonna let it happen, you know, like, and that might have been something that you needed to do at that time, but they're liking how you're not doing that now. You're not sitting back. Like, you're the first to take action. You're the first to speak up. You're being a lot more confident. You're not hesitating near as much. And again, you're way more enthusiastic. They love seeing you really invested. And they've seen how you're much more invested. Like, the light is fully on in there, and you're paying attention more than before, you know, because like, I'm getting the sense that you're a really smart person anyway, pal 2. So even if you just had half your attention on something, you could get a lot done, and you could make a big impact. But because you have such great potential, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, right, pal 2? So they're saying they're glad you're using more percentage-wise. Like, yes, you could And you did get a lot done paying half attention. But look at how much more you're getting done paying full attention. So they're really proud of that. They're proud that you're investing in yourself. You're not scared to go full in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you've been warding off a lot of negativity and negative energy with like a fighting spirit. Yeah, they're also proud that like you want to be happy, you know? They're proud that you care again, you know, and they are phrasing it like that. So there might have been a time where you would just felt like nothing mattered or like you just didn't really care. And they're glad that you started caring. And maybe that sometimes leads some hurt. So they want to say they're proud of you. Like, even though, yeah, when you're awake and when you're paying attention, it could be more dangerous, but they're saying don't you see now that with you, it's not more dangerous? It's just as safe, you know? Okay, interesting. That's funny. Yeah, because with you more awake, you're actually able to stand up for yourself pretty easily. So you actually get into way less trouble, and you have to deal with way less shit when you're fully awake. And actually, the people around you have to deal with less shit when you're awake too. So you've been, just by waking up and just by investing in yourself and what's going on around you more, you've actually saved a lot of people from stupid situations already. You might not even know how, but you have. Yeah, you're serving as like kind of an umbrella to people, and you're not having to do very much. Like, it's funny because it's more because you stand up for people and it goes well, they end up doing it in their own lives. So again, it's not going to be stuff that you can see happening. So that's why they're telling you about it. Yeah, you're getting much smarter. You're getting smarter every day. And again, it's just because you were already very smart, but you're getting smarter and you're choosing, this is funny. Okay. You're choosing to invest yourself in things that grow your mind instead of like brain rot content or like rotting in bed, or like you're choosing to stimulate yourself. You're choosing to get out there and like find something exciting if you're that bored, you know, like, instead of just zoning out. So they're really proud of this. They're like, you know, because this is kind of a problem in general with a lot of people right now, is every day for all of time, we've had the choice of get up and do something, go get active, go read something, go learn something, go ask someone a question, or just sit in your room and do nothing. But never before has it been so easy to sit in your room and do nothing. It used to be that you had to leave for some reason. But you know, right now we're in an era where there's not a whole lot of reasons you need to leave. So you really have to push yourself to choose the stimulating piece of content that might actually get you thinking, or to choose to draw and watch a movie instead of just scroll on TikTok for 3 hours, you know, like, and so they're proud of those choices you've been making. And even if it's just, you're doing that less, you still might be doing it, but you're doing it less. They're still proud of that. They're really proud of that because again, every day we have 100 choices. You know, every minute we've got a choice to get active or not. And they've said that you're getting active and you're getting interested and you're lighting your own fire in a way. Okay. You've gotten rid of some vampires too. And that's helped because that can make you very, very tired. When you have a lot of negative people in your life who are always projecting doubt onto your goals, or if you wanted to go join a class, they'd say, oh, well, I thought about doing that, but then I decided not to because, people are so weird. People like that, you got to back away, at least for a little bit. Maybe they're just in a depressed moment, but you can't have people saying stuff like that because even if you feel like it doesn't get to you, it does. And I feel like you are realizing that. And you've cut away at least like 1 or 2 people who were kind of energy suckers from your life. So that has given you more energy to go out there and learn. And again, grow yourself, build yourself up. Okay, what else for pile number 2? 6 is Virgo. Again, day-to-day schedule. They're liking your schedule. They're proud of this routine you've got kicking up here. Okay, 3 is Gemini and 5 is Leo. Yeah, if you do have an artistic practice, again, with the like drawing at night or singing, I heard for some of you, singing more or working on your hobby more, incorporating that more, giving it more space in your life. They've seen this and they really, really like that. They're also noticing how you've restored your own hope in the future, and they're really proud of this because, again, this lets them do more for you. If you have hope in the future, then you're more likely to go out there. You're more likely to take a risk, and then they can positively reward you, right? So they're proud of this. They really like this. Okay. Yeah, they're also noticing and proud of how you've included more traditions into your life. Maybe this year you're doing Christmas cards, or maybe this year you really went all out for your birthday or something like that. They're liking those sort of things as well. Ace of Cups and Three of Cups. Wow. Oh, how nice. Yeah, this reinforces like maybe you're giving more gifts, and they love this. They're really proud of that because, again, because of all the other work you've done, you're able to give in such a more creative and large way, and this is how they like to interact with you, and this is part of what they want you to be doing. This is part of your soul's journey, is to be more giving, to go out there and I just heard like party with people and have fun with people and give your charisma out freely, and they're seeing you do that more, and that's all because of the work you've done. So they want to give you that praise. Yeah, but they also like what you've done with this improvement. You've already started using it a lot. Pentacles. Yeah, you were slow and steady, but you're getting your wish fulfillment. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like they are just so proud that, yes, it's been a slog at times, like there have been things you had to push through and like really force your way through, like push that rock up the hill, so to speak. But you're getting there, and you've already started to receive some of these benefits. Wow, 10 of Cups. So we got Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and 10 of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional and creativity, like all that fulfillment is coming to you. And they're seeing how you're expanding your own love and the people's love around you. Like you're building community again, too. Like I feel like they're saying you're building a lot of community, and they're really proud of that as well. They also like where you're keeping your head. They keep talking about that, where you're gaining inspiration from, how you're building yourself up, the things you're learning about. They really like all of this stuff. So that is what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. Oh, 6 of Cups. Again, they're liking the stuff that you find newsworthy and are taking inspiration from and using that to propel yourself forward. If that's memories of when you were a kid making daisy crowns, and that makes you be more creative and do an arts and crafts moment right now, they're seeing all of that and they're really liking it, and they're very proud of you. So let's pull some music videos to end off. Okay. Yeah, you've slowed down in order to enjoy yourself more. And this is like partying vibe too. So you might have been going out more, and they're liking this, like meeting more people and seeing more faces, and it's doing well. Yeah, nobody can really hate you now. Come on. Teaming up, creating community again, getting out there, being active, using what you've got. Learning from all kinds of situations, getting rid of vampires, just winning. Gatherings, more partying stuff, getting to know people. Letting go of the past, but still using it to serve your creative purposes. Yeah, perfect. Okay. This is really what it is. Industry, baby. They're just proud of how you've gotten out and you took some people with you, and like basically you made a coup happen over here. And again, the nostalgia of fueling your creativity and doing fun things that you would take a kid to, or going to more classes, engaging your mind more. These are all things that they're very proud of you right now for. So thank you very much, Pal 2, and I will see you next time. Pile number 3, the rose quartz. So, and I got 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely think that pile number 3, part of what they're proud of you right now for, and they wanted to mention this first, but it's not like the biggest thing they're proud of, but it's like a key thing, is they're proud of who you're holding back from. They like who you've chosen to not give your energy to, because I think in the past there could be certain types of people that would approach you and they wouldn't be the right people for you, but you would give them the time of day anyway, just to see, just to feel it out. And they're glad you're not doing that anymore, because it's actually a waste of your time. So interesting. Yeah, like holding back from people. Okay. So the example they're giving, and this could go for a lot of different things, right? The example they're giving is twofold. One would be like, oh, there's some guy on the street basically saying how hot you are as you walk by, and he wants to give you a rose. And before you would like take the rose, or like kind of be like, oh, thank you. And now you're just completely ignoring and just keeping going. Like you don't stop for that sort of thing. And then also the other example would be like, getting asked out by someone you know you really don't want to date, but just being like, okay, let me try it out because I want to, free dinner, or I want to, you never know, maybe it'll go okay. Instead, just not going on those ones because you already don't respect that person. And so if you're a guy, the same thing. It's like not going on a date with someone you already don't respect. And yeah, just like skipping those, because the thing is, it's hard to hate from close up. So when you engage with people that you already don't respect, you're gonna fall for them, or you're gonna be really interested in them because you're a person who sees potential in people. And also with anyone, that's the truth. If you go and put yourself in a pool with all these people, you're gonna find people you like because that's human nature. So it's better to put yourself in a pool that you actually can respect and then pick from that. So they're saying that with romantic partners and friendships and that sort of thing. So, okay. Yeah, they're almost saying like they're glad you see how much you have to lose. And I know that sounds like a scary statement, but they want to say it's not in a scary way, but in like you're more careful. You're more careful basically. And they're really appreciating that because you do have a lot going for you. I think it started with your going through a kind of a gratefulness journey of seeing all the good things you really do have at your disposal so that you would learn to protect them more. Because it's like you didn't see your value, so you weren't appropriately protecting yourself, basically. Which is like no shame, at all. They want to say it's like, no, it's, everybody goes through stuff like that and it's no big deal. It's just that they are proud that you've moved past it. Yeah, you've really healed those kind of red hot wounds of like worthiness, like they're really seeing that and they're very, very proud of that. Okay. Why is pile number 3, spirit guides and ancestors, proud of them? Well, I definitely feel like your ancestors are especially proud right now because you've healed a lot of the family curses. So you've checked a lot of the boxes, crossed off some of those lines. I'm seeing like, like one of those crazy conspiracy boards, there's that meme of one, but it's almost like you've unhooked like 15 of those red lines. So there's just a lot less for the rest of your family to deal with. Like, of course, there's always, complications and everything, but they're saying you've checked a lot of the boxes off of your family karma. You've done a lot. You've checked off a lot of the boxes. It's almost like they're phrasing it like a Nancy Drew game. You've completed a good percentage of the quests. There are some other quests left, but let your other family members kind of take care of those a little bit more. Who knows, you might step in again, but you've done a lot. You've done more than your fair share. Okay, so they're very proud of that. And that was your ancestors specifically. Interesting. Okay, why is pile number 3's ancestors and spirit guides proud of them? You've been doing a lot better with your body. They say you've been taking care of yourself better, thinking more about beauty, engaging more with art. They've liked that. Okay, 3 is Gemini, and that's like creativity. Also the way you speak is you're being kinder. That's another thing. You're being softer. Because by keeping your circle smaller and by only giving your energy to those who really deserve it, you're able to be a lot more kind and a lot sweeter because to those energies that don't really deserve you, to teach them, you have to be kind of harsh, right? So then you get in the habit of being harsh. And I feel like they're saying they're really proud that you've broken that habit of the harshness, because in this next stage, you don't need as much harshness, because you'll only be giving this to people you can trust, basically. Like, you'll only be giving your love to people you already trust. So then that kind of changes the kind of love that you're giving to the people around you, right? And you've already started down that path, and you're doing very well, okay? 1 is self, Aries. 12 is Pisces. They're saying you've been caring more, you've been putting more effort in your appearance. Yeah, getting more active, being more present, putting more effort in your home as well. Keeping a clean home is something that they're very proud of. This pile has a lot more ancestors in the mix, so that's really interesting. And so when the ancestors are talking more, it's a lot more physical. Like, I feel like people in this pile, they're really proud of your physical growth and changes that you've made, like physically, cleaning more, cooking more, only eating things that are good for you, like brushing your hair, showering more, or like they like the new shower routine if you got some new products or something. How you do your hair every day now, and like you've made more of a practice of that, or you put on lotion every time you leave the shower now, like stuff like that they're proud of, that is like hand-me-down information, so it's interesting. They're specifically picking up on that. Some of you have also been pressing flowers or drying flowers or getting yourself flowers more, and they really like this as well. They're really proud of this. You've gotten a lot better at both giving and receiving love. So you're more gracious, and you're more able to actually take it in and use that energy and like really feel it. But then also you're able to give in a more large, extravagant kind of way, they're saying. Yeah, but they're saying like drastic improvement, drastic. Yeah, you're softening and opening up, and you're spreading a lot of peace in your environment. And again, you're able to do this, you're able to spread that peace because you're only giving it to those who are really in your community, in your trust, okay? But it's not just like trust but you're just never giving to the vampires anymore. And so, yeah, you can still give to strangers, which are, our neighbors, basically, if we're passing them. Like, it's okay to give to strangers. That's not what they're saying. They're saying, like, you're not giving to people you shouldn't be giving to, or you shouldn't be helping, or have never treated you with kindness. Like, you're not giving to those people anymore. So it's actually allowing you to give and receive in a much more healthy, clean dynamic. They're saying, like, before, when you were giving to those people, you had to like totally detox every single time you broke away from those interactions, slowing you down and using precious energy for stuff that you really didn't need to. It was taking a lot of time to detox from these people each time you had to interact with them. And so now that you're not doing that, you just have so much more energy, so much more love to give, and again, in a lot cleaner of a way, because even when you were giving love to these negative people, some of their meanness would rub off on you. And, there's no reason to feel shame about it, but it's good to change it. And they're saying that you did, and that you didn't continue to let their negativity, like, impact your other relationships, basically. Okay. 4 of Swords. So resting and holding back. Again, not taking on more than you can, and really choosing peace, choosing stability, not running towards the fire right now. Right now is a good time for you to build up this foundation, build up this safe house in a way, like preparing and deepening your relationships for, life to come. And that's not like an ominous thing. We all have life to come, it's just something that we need to acknowledge, that we get older, things happen. What if there's a flood, like some of us are dealing with right now? There are things that happen in life that we need others to help with. So it's good to have a stable foundation of family or friends that you can rely on and who can rely on you when something happens for them too. You know, being really generous with your friends requires that you have a pretty stable life most of the time. So it's just something that you're doing well and that you're going to continue, and they can tell. And so they're really proud about that. And it is smart. It's just smart. Yeah, getting people to help carry your burdens and really analyzing yourself and seeing what is your burden to carry and what's not. I think that's what we're talking about, the generational curses or the family curses, right? They're saying that there were a few times there where you were carrying somebody else's burden, truly. You know, and I feel like they're proud that you took a critical eye at yourself and at what you were caring about so much and putting so much of your heart and energy into, because you're such a special person and you're so loving and you're so full of wisdom that, of course, anything you put your energy and time towards is going to resolve it if it's a problem and improve if it's something else. So you really took a hard look and parsed things out and put people where they're supposed to be, you know? King of Swords. Yeah, and you didn't let yourself get tripped up and, you know, because every time you pull away from something, there's going to be a whiplash where they try to pull you back. And it's a brief moment, but you still feel it. And so they're proud how you didn't pounce on that and you didn't go back into old habits when the obstacle came back up. You didn't let it get to you to the point where you would lash out. Queen of Wands. It's just so much about how you are using these in their more upright positions now. So like King of Swords in the down position is someone maybe like manipulative or strategic in a harsh situation where there's lots of backbiting and it's kind of Game of Thrones plot. And so it's good to have those skills, but now because you're taking yourself out of the Game of Thrones plot and you're putting yourself into this stable, loving home, which requires really different things from you than the Game of Thrones plot. You know, when you're in that plot, there are things that you develop and there are skills you learn that you don't really need in a stable, loving home. So, you know, now that we're in the stable, loving home, how do we change our King of Swords attributes to be something that's positively affecting this stable, loving home? And they're saying you're doing that really well. You're turning your intelligence into something that's growing the family, planning out, you know, for the rainy day, you know, maybe having like a stable finance plan or, you know, a chore list or something like that. They're saying you're using your mind in a more appropriate way for the environment and also with your Queen of Wands capacity. So again, in a strategic environment, one where there's danger afoot, you know, like a Queen of Wands can sweep in and bring the rage when needed and you know, slap down someone who's trying to misbehave or come through and be the life of the party to draw attention towards her, which is like protective of other people and can support her roll up the ranks or something like that. So those are the ways that can be used over here. But then into the stable environment, now you're using your Queen of Wands to improve everybody's mood and to dress in a way that matches how you feel and to feel good in your body so that people around you feel good in their body and, you know, be a good role model. That's what a Queen of Wands can do. Okay. Also, a Queen of Wands incorporates a lot of like creativity. Maybe you change up the meal plan or you know, you're the one who decides what game you guys play at night, or, you know, you bring a lot of fun and entertaining value to a group dynamic. Two of Wands. And just being more optimistic and open about, you know, happy things, basically, not always planning for the worst. But planning nonetheless, you know, planning with change in mind, with this new environment in mind. Yeah, you're really giving yourself and others in your life peace of mind by, you know, refocusing your energy towards the here and now. Being more generous, yeah. Keeping things beautiful, including yourself is like a big piece of this. So, you know, don't downplay that. It makes you feel good. So they're saying they love that, they're proud of it, and they want you to continue it. Because the more connected you are with your body, the more connected you are with your ancestors. You know, they are your DNA, your blood, right? So think about it that way. When you're out there exercising, you're exercising with all of them. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know, you've got everybody in there with you. So it's all of you doing something active. And when you feed yourself, you're not just feeding yourself in the dark. You know, you're having a meal with all the people who came before you. So show them something good, you know, like try a new food, or, you know, eat something delicious, but not, you know, that would kill a Victorian child, basically. So yeah, those are, your ancestors are pretty funny. Yeah, they really love you, and they're very proud of you, and they love all the things you're doing and how you're learning. And again, beautifying your space is really encouraging a connection with them. So that makes sense with, like, you know, ancestor practices and other cultures. From what I've seen through my art history degree, you know, that's the lens I know about it from, is like the altars and, you know, pictures up. It's connecting with that. So the more beautiful your space is, the more you can connect with your ancestors and with that higher power. So yeah, fun little detail there. Thank you very much, Pile 3. I'm going to pull some music videos to end off. Okay. This is funny because it's like the weight loss thing is definitely here. Hanging out with just her sister, doing more work. It's like, yeah, there's a stability to it. And there's a line in this about making your friends your staff or something. So that could also be something. Again, encouraging a closeness with your community that is like blending work and home and making it so everyone comes up together, okay? Not worrying about people that think like this, like not letting revenge stop you from improving. Top notch, being your best self. If they fail the test of being in your life, you really let them fail and you let them go. You know, and being more there for your friends, separating those things and keeping yourself safe. Where would I be? Sorry, not sorry. Wow. Escapism. Lots of beauty stuff too. Okay. I think that is good. No bars also. And bejeweled. Oh, and also. Cool. Okay, so there's some more messages in here for sure about what they're proud of you for. So I'm going to leave these down below. Thank you very much, Pile 3, and I will see you next time. Best believe Pile 3 is still bejeweled, you know. Let's see. You really showed them up. You really showed them up. But they're proud that you're not thinking of it that way, that you're thinking of just improving yourself, you know. And improving yourself for people who actually matter in your life. So, okay. Pile number 4. Okay. Pile number 4 has the adventuring. Okay. First things first, they're definitely proud of how you've been acting on good luck. So when they present you an opportunity, you've been jumping on it. Okay. They like how you've been winding down at night and looking at the moon or looking at the sky more, you know, stopping to smell the roses, so to speak. They're liking that. Okay. The Emperor. You're really keeping a watchful eye on your life and everybody in it. Yeah, definitely a strong creativity and leadership in this pile that they're very proud of. Your resilience is another thing they're very proud of. There's really, that's funny. Okay. So what they're saying is there's really no one that could come up against you at this point. We're not going to, you know, test that, of course. But they're saying like, you're very, very strong, very, very strong at this point. That you're never green, like you're never acting like such a newbie, because you're not really a newbie to anything because of all the things you've learned. And they're also liking you're not really jealous of anyone, and they are really proud that you're so focused on yourself, and you're so proud of yourself as well. They're proud that you're proud of yourself and that you know the progress you've made. Yeah, you're never stale either. Like, you just don't let that happen. You're really like a train, you know, going down the tracks, and you're a well-oiled machine is what they're saying. Your manifestations have gotten a lot more clear, and so they've gotten even more powerful. Yeah, so with the manifestations, they're really proud that you listened. This is almost like they're saying that they told you this a different time. They told you, be more clear about what you want so that we can help you get there, and that you can help yourself get there as well. That'll be the best way. And then you did it. So they're really proud that you did what they asked. That's a big thing, that you did what they asked you. And you acted on those things they told you to act on. And they're really proud of that. They're also proud that you're keeping yourself in a good mood more than not, because yeah, they're just really proud. This is going to help you. The more stable your mood can be, which is a practice that we have to continually go towards, is by, you know, we can engage with nature, we can meditate, we can do EMT, or what is it? EMDR therapy. I've done that. That was great. I love my therapist. Thank you, Brenda. But, you know, yeah, there's something about that, though. You've created like a really good ways to get yourself out of a bad mood. You have a lot of good coping mechanisms. I'm hearing working out. I'm hearing going outside. I'm hearing coloring books, you know, favorite movie that you can watch. You have a whole team of things working towards stabilizing your heart space and your daily energy, basically. And sometimes if you have a low day, they said that's okay too. We just like how you've improved that, and how you know how to kind of make yourself feel better, self-soothe. Like you've gotten really good at self-soothing, which is good, because the Emperor doesn't have a lot of people he can like fully rely on like that. And that's okay. When it's the Emperor, we don't expect that, because actually, if you think about it in a historical way, okay, so you say that there's this huge emperor. Let's pretend he's a very, you know, kind king who loves his citizens, right? And well beloved by everybody. Sure. So this is a fantasy, right? So we got this emperor, it's you. But say people hear that there's somebody who the emperor always goes to when they're feeling sad. And this person seems to have a lot of sway with the emperor. And, you know, in their lowest moments, this person could really make the emperor do anything, because they always come to them at their weakest. That would be a bad thing, right? We wouldn't like to hear that. So we actually need the emperor to stand on his own, and not have just one person that he relies on and basically needs, and who could be the reason for his corruption. You know, we don't want that. We don't want this all or nothing, because you need to stand on your own, and you need to be able to make decisions for yourself, and in your weakest moment be able to build yourself back up. You want to come to your, you know, Knight of the Round Table asking for advice already pretty strong in your spot, not swayable, but getting counsel. So that's how they want you to be approaching more relationships, and that's how it seems you are approaching more relationships. And they're very proud of this, that you're seeking counsel, not comfort. Does that make sense? Because you're not in this like weaker state, you know, which is okay when you are. And of course we need people to rely on, but as you're stepping into this emperor position, that's where you need to be strong. And this is going to lead you up to a lot of success, and you've already achieved a lot of success, which they're very proud of. Okay? Interesting. What is Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Yeah, you now know what's under your purview. You know, it's giving like everything the light touches is yours, you know, and you know that what the light touches, that's what you're concerned with. That's what you try to build up. That's what you try to impact. And everything else, you leave that to others. It's good to get involved, but for the most part, that's what you're doing. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Ooh, I love this one. Yeah, so they're really proud that you are acting without knowing for sure, because having to know for sure what's going to happen before it happens means you'll never do anything, because there is no way to know for sure what is going to happen. And you know that now. And so you act with good rationale. You act with, you know, your better judgment, but you're not acting with absolute knowledge, because no one is acting like that. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yes. They're saying they're really proud of how you've seen now that you are in control of your own destiny. To a certain extent, you are in control of your own destiny. And your self-esteem has increased to make up for this and to actually go out and act on some of these things they want you to be doing and the direction and the success that you could have, basically. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Yeah. So I keep hearing stuff about, and one of my favorite books is The Parable of the Sower, but the Parable of the Sower in the Bible is like, you know, we give 3 people some coins, some of them invest it, some of them bury it in the ground, and some of them do nothing with it or something. So anyway, I think I'm telling the wrong story entirely, but basically they're proud that you took your gifts and you multiplied them and you used them for good and you went out and did something with them, and now you have even more and you are still building on that success. And they're saying it's just going to keep getting better and better. So keep going with it. You've seen how you're free though. There's no limit on what you could do. And you're seeing this more and you're really believing it. And you're taking action on that. You're seeing life as more of an adventure, and they like that. Yeah, a lot about acting on the good luck, though, because that's what brings you success, is acting on good luck. Okay, let's pull some more. 6 of Cups and King of Cups. Aw, they really like how supportive you've been of the young people in your life as well. Or to the youth in general. Maybe you could be older, but the way you are to young people is really kind. Or you could be younger and you're supporting people even younger than you. Okay, what else? Justice, dang. I feel like they're proud of how you've been enacting justice in your life. Again, you're not waiting for a handout. You're not waiting for someone to come and fix your problems. Like, you're really taking action, okay? Taking action where you actually have control and letting go of what you don't have control over and knowing the difference between those two things. So what else? And holding out hope for a best case scenario, but planning for everything, okay? What else are they proud of? 4 is Cancer. 4 is Cancer again. And then here is Scorpio. Interesting. They're really proud of your transformation, for sure. They're proud how you're, that's funny. You're like, it's almost like you don't mind looking the bad thing in the face, and you're like, okay, worst case scenario is blank. I could still be okay even if that happened. And so by staring it in the face, you're like conquering your fears a lot more. I also think you're building up your defenses in a really positive way. So there might have been a time where you had a wall up that was negative, and so you had to tear down the wall. But now you've built up a better defense in a more positive way, something healthier, something more natural for you, more under your control. It's almost like before maybe you had a barrier up or a wall up to everyone, even people you wanted to let in. It just felt like you couldn't. But now you have a wall up that is of your own choice, and you can bring it up when you need it, and you can bring it down when you don't need it. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're able to access that part of you that is a fighter a lot more easily, and you don't have to keep her right under the surface. You can put her away, or put him away, and then bring her or him back up when you need. Ten of Swords. Why are they proud? I think they're also proud that you understand that to a certain extent they can't force anybody to do anything. Like, it's almost like they're proud that you're kind of understanding that some things are not, it's just, this is what I'm hearing. So they're proud that you're understanding that some things are not God's fault. Some things are just human beings' fault. And so you got to put the fault where it's supposed to be. You got to put the blame on the person who did wrong, not for God for putting you in this situation at all. It's the person's fault. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, it's interesting that's something they're proud of you for right now. Okay. Swift justice over here. Yeah, you're not hemming and hawing. You're not, it's like everyone deserves a speedy trial, right? Pile 4. So you're giving people a speedy trial. If you've decided you don't want them in your life, you're not holding them on the hook and being like, okay, well, you can be one of my many suitors, but I'm never going to choose you. You just cut them loose. Or the same with like friends you don't really want to hang out with. Like, you're not calling them up just because you feel bad or something. Like, you're not doing that sort of thing. You're just cutting them loose and bringing swift justice. That way it's like, keep the door moving, basically. You're not letting people hold up the line. Two of Cups, Queen of Swords. I also feel like you're saying the right things in interview situations, in, friendship situations. Like, you're not oversharing and like spilling your guts all the time. Because they're saying like, that was a part of your journey, but it's one you've moved out of, and they're proud of the direction you're going. They just want to give you some encouragement that this is the correct direction. Maybe you felt like, you might have been worried that, oh, am I not sharing enough? Am I not being open enough? And they're saying, you are. No, you are. It's just, you don't need to be as open as you were before because you're not going through as much. So it's okay to keep some things to your chest. You don't have to dig up everything for someone to get to know you. They can get to know you over time. Okay. 4 of Wands. Yeah, you've really created a stable place out of a lot of betrayal, and you're still freely giving your cup out because you know you're strong in your spot. You're the emperor giving a cup. You're the emperor giving a gift. So, of course, there's nothing really they can do to you. They keep saying that, so good for you, right? So I'm going to leave, wait, what? No, I need to pull some music videos, and then we can leave them down below. Let's see. If you're in a relationship, they're proud of how you're strengthening that relationship, and how you're more confident, and not so insecure with your partner or something. It could also be that you're not so insecure with your friends as well. You understand the purpose of stability, and they're proud of that. Not wasting your time on other people, still building up a good group, everyone coming together for you. You being okay accepting help. You knowing how things are going to go and kind of fixing them before they go that way. Swift justice. Again. Just moving away from people you wouldn't really want to be near. Irreplaceable. I mean it. Anything else? Okay, last one. Yeah. You're really standing by your word in a way that is making people really, really respect you, and your spirit guides respect you a lot. Their respect has grown for you substantially. I think they already did obviously respect you. It's just that you've done a lot more things and you've got a lot more successes under your belt now, Pile 4, just realistically. You have more successes. You've tried harder and you've succeeded more. And so they're really proud of this. I'm going to leave these down below. Thank you very much, Pal 4, and I will see you guys next time.